Live.
Are we on?
We are on.
Cool.
According to the internet thing. Welcome to 2.5 Oyajis.
Only 5 thumbs up? What the hell? I can't work under these sort of situation. My agent told me we have 55 thumbs up, and I agreed only to start if we had 55 thumbs up.
I don't know.
You're such a prima donna.
I don't know.
Honestly, anyway. So, drama queens, I'm sorry, we'll have to tolerate this. We have another wonderful guest, so I'll do a bit of the lead-in to this. Christina in Japan is a regular commenter on the show, and she's always a very nice contributor. I'm a bad person. I'm a terrible person, and I basically, no one's going to
argue with you here.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. So I don't watch videos that much, and although I really do appreciate all the people who participate on this, and I recognize all the names, and I kind of get to know the personalities. Truth is, I kind of knew that Christina had a channel and that she had videos on it, but I hadn't really spent a lot of time watching them before. And so basically, yeah, when you messaged me the other week, and I was kind of like, well, you know what, I thought I'd go check out your channel. And, you've only been making videos for about 9 months now, I think.
Yeah.
And your channel was like, well, and you came with a thing, like, give for advice, if I had any advice for you. And I thought, I'll give you the same advice, hold your camera straight, get a light, don't babble, keep it under 10 minutes, all the advice I give to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watched your videos, and they're all so well edited and tight, I could watch almost your whole channel in like an hour. And I came back and I was like, oh my God, can you teach me how to make videos?
Exactly, yeah.
So I thought, well, get you on. And it's funny because I'll also, just as the final part of the intro, I was at us cool dudes in Tokyo. I was tempted to call this video "Is There Life Outside of Tokyo?" because I'm convinced that there's not. In Tokyo, because I'm in Tokyo, I got to hang out with the beautiful people.
You're so arrogant, Tokyo.
I am. Well, we are. We're best because we are the best.
No, can't say it.
No. Well, I'll tell you why. Because I could hang out with YouTube people, and I was talking with them. I know, because Victor's been around for 100 years on YouTube now. He talks about the generations in terms of there being 12 generations of YouTubers or so on, and I'm 2.8 and he's 1, and
I'm 2.
Are you 2? Well, so
second generation.
According to YouTube, according to the people at YouTube, they analyze things in terms of there being 3 generations of YouTube.
In that case, I'm probably 1 then.
You probably are 1. I'd say by your definition, I'm probably just inside the 2. From when viral videos sort of started, just around that sort of second wave. Right. Second wave is when the biggest stars were like cats. And that's the way that they even describe it to me.
You had a lot of competition, the cats. You're lucky you got in, because most of the people in 2 are actually cats. Well,
I didn't. I've always been. I came into YouTube accepting that the cats would be kicking my ass all over the channel. But that was, I knew that as a reality when I joined. Christina is part of the 3rd wave, as Google understands, and the 3rd wave, as they described it to me, is just kicking everyone's ass.
Yes, the 3rd wave is the best. They're the best editors. They know how to do shit that we had no idea how to do.
It's
all the stuff.
Teenage girls editing beauty videos, getting millions of views on it every week, and I'm so jealous.
What I would give to be a teenage girl.
But the thing is, they edit like MTV was editing when we were, doing our, our CV radio webcam videos in closets.
We were doing mixtape.
That's right. So that's a very long introduction. But for me, in this whole context of the experiences and conversations I've had around YouTube and looking at your channel, I see you as the poster child of the 3rd generation of YouTube videos in Japan. I really think that your channel has everything that I think is kind of cool about a lot of new YouTubers coming out lately, which is another thing I want to talk about, but that's my intro. So Christina, welcome, and tell us a bit about yourself. And this part of the reason I got you on is I want to talk with you and find out more about you.
Click on her face, Hiko.
Yeah, that's right. So Christina, welcome.
Hi, so I'm Christina. I guess I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 23. I'm from Texas, and I've gone to Japan a lot of times. The first time I went here was when I was in high school, and I did homestay in Chiba.
Yeah.
Chiba. And
we're in Chiba.
Then I don't know. I went to Inage High School though.
Okay.
Oh, you were in high school here.
It was just for a few weeks.
Uh-huh. So. I did that high school exchange for 2 weeks. Yeah. That's cool. Then you kept coming. You came a few more times.
Yeah, and then I did study abroad for a year, and I went to school in Kyoto. and that was really, really fun. And then I came back after I graduated university, and I worked in Kobe at an eikaiwa, which I hated, so I quit. And so I moved back to Kyoto, and I've been living in Kyoto for like the past 4 months, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What are you doing in Kyoto?
Hmm?
What are you doing in Kyoto? Are you teaching again or something else?
I'm working. I don't want to say what my job is because Kyoto's small and I don't want people to find out what I do. And all the foreigners here know each other.
For the rest of the video, I'm just going to be calling you a spy, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
a spy in Kyoto. You work as a professional spy, yeah?
Okay. But yeah, I really like it here.
So there's so many launch points, even just from that. So first thing, I'm going to go to the superficial thing first. It's kind of funny. Well, from Tokyo, we look at, the rest of Japan as all basically being the same thing. But if we look at Kansai, they use this word Kansai. And Kansai means Kobe and Osaka and Kyoto and Nara because they're all the same thing. But, when you go to Kyoto or Kobe and you start saying, hey, Kansai is really interesting, they're like, don't be giving us stuff. Those people in Kobe, those Osaka, those Kyoto, the Nara people, they're nothing like us.
Yeah.
Tell me, what are the differences between like the places in Kansai? Because I know that they get really uptight about that stuff.
Well, I like Kyoto the most. The people are supposed to be like kind of like indirect and kind of like uptight, That's my image. They're kind of stuck up, aren't they? But they're always nice to me, so I'm cool with it.
Okay, so they have good taste. That's a good sign.
And I don't know, I didn't like living in Kobe because where I lived was just like a bunch of like oji-sans, and they would like smoke and stare at me like all day.
You're on the 2.5 Oji-san show. What are you talking about? Oh my God! Get her off.
Oops.
I thought she was qualified.
Turn her mic off.
I made a terrible mistake. I don't know. I don't know why you.
Oops, I forgot.
Both of us at the same time. And what's worse, she didn't even mean it, which makes it worse in a way.
But just like really like creepy old men and like just staring at me and like giving me.
That's what we're doing right now. We're staring at you.
Okay, I mean that description. Some of my best friends are from Kobe, and I'm sure they're all very upset with you at the moment. That sounds like Osaka to me. I don't know.
I like Osaka, but the thing is, whenever I'm in Osaka, I always have a good time, but I've never really stayed in Osaka for like an extended period of time. Like I've gone there just for like day trips, but I've never like spent the night there and like lived there,
Yeah, but like, what's the difference between like Osaka and Kyoto?
Kyoto's really pretty. That's the first thing that sticks out to me.
Okay, so Osaka is really fugly. That's what for starters. It's ugly.
Osaka's like it's like cool. It's like that's where like the fashion, the people, and like the Kansai image is there. I think.
Osaka's kind of grimy.
Yeah, it's like
But it's fun. It's fun.
It's really fun. It's really fun.
Yeah. Okay, another point just from your introduction. So you came to Japan multiple times. So you studied Japanese at high school. What drew you to Japan in the first place?
I started to study Japanese when I was in high school.
Yeah.
What got me interested in Asian culture was like my mom. She always looked at like Asian like film when I was a kid, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty. So I started studying it when I was in high school, and then I didn't think it was too difficult, like in terms of pronunciation. And then it became my major, and then I went to Chiba the first time when I was in high school, and I really liked it. Then I went like 2 times after that. And then I studied abroad in Kyoto for a year, my junior year of high school. Of university. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't a specific. This is another thing. Most of the people coming to Japan lately seem to be real, like, otakus, for want of a better term. They're people who are into the pop culture or whatever. I was just kind of curious. Is that part of it? Was that? So you say it goes back even further, like your mom.
The first time I came here, I was like a total weeb. Like, if I think about like that, Christina, I'm like so embarrassed about that.
Yeah.
But like now, it's just like I feel like after I came to Japan the first time and I realized it's not like anime, that kind of changed me.
You had to come to Japan to realize that Japan was not like anime?
Yeah, because I was like, I got here and I thought people would be like really like outgoing, but people are kind of like a little bit quieter.
Right.
Well, like.
You could have gone, if you'd gone to Osaka, it might have been a little bit more up that sort of thing. Although there's cultural, regional differences, but yeah.
I still feel like there are like outgoing people here, but it's not like as much as it is in America at times, you know? So that kind of changed my perspective when I first got here when I was in high school. But I was only here for like a few weeks when I went here the first time in high school.
But that was enough for you to confirm that Japan isn't actually an anime?
Yeah, it was an anime.
Okay. Well, because, you know, there is actually a genuine phenomenon of shock that some people experience when they come here and they discover that.
What? Really?
So, yeah, there's the whole weeaboo shock. You know, they come to Japan expecting it to be like, you know, on TV, and they you know,
I'm Googling right now, weeaboo shock.
Weeaboo shock. If it's not on Google, I'm gonna claim the trademark for it.
The epic of Weeaboo Stark, I say. Weeaboo's obsessed with Japanese. Okay, Weeaboo shock, yeah. Cultural shock for Weeaboos. Okay, cultural shock for Weeaboos. Okay, yeah, we'll call it Weeaboo shock.
I mean, it's
Let's
like,
say you coined it. You coined it. We need something for the show.
I coined it. It's mine. But it's like Paris shock. You know how Japanese people get Paris shock? You know.
It sounds like a bad joke right now, though.
Well, actually. Well, it's double at the moment, but yeah, Japanese have this very over-romanticized view of Paris due to the Rose of Versailles and all these.
I thought everyone had an over-romanticized view of Paris.
Yeah, but Japanese to a fanatical level to the people who have it, and there is actually a phenomenon. There's actually like a crisis helpline at the Japanese embassy in Paris for disillusioned Japanese to call up and get counseling for when they arrive in Paris and discover that.
Is that like the Narita divorce? Is that what it was called? Narita Rikon?
I think that's different.
No, but people have this idealized image of marriage, and then they get married, and then they realize it's nothing like it. They get divorced almost immediately.
Well, maybe it's like that. But these are people who basically, you know, encounter a couple of rude French waiters and bad service, and they have nervous breakdowns while they're in France. But, you know, I've actually heard a similar phenomenon with some, you know, people who come to Japan for, you know, the idealized stuff. But this is interesting to me because this is something which is kind of prominent, like in the last maybe 10 years. But I came here before then, so it's kind of like I couldn't understand, I couldn't relate to these people at first. But so you kind of went through that, okay, into the culture thing, you know, heavily, and then came here, realized what real Japan is like, and well, that's cool. Anyway, you came back to the real Japan then. That's the kind of deal. So like, what brought you back after that? What got you into Japan after you came here?
I really had fun when I studied abroad here. Like, I was like 20, so I was allowed to drink here, and I made so many friends, and I had just so much fun. I was like, okay, I want to work here too, and I can see myself living here for like a really, really long time. So I just came back.
Fair enough. And how long you been? So how long you been here, like total?
Like cumulatively, like a little bit over 2 years.
Yeah. Okay, so you're still definitely in the fun, but also long enough now. I guess you're getting kind of into the serious stuff here as well, I guess.
Yeah, like when I was with my old job, I was just like, when I was working at my old Eikaiwa, I thought if this was like my first look at Japanese culture, I would not want to live here because that place was like toxic. I did not.
It wasn't Winby by any chance, was it?
No.
Okay.
But that place was horrible.
We just had a little drama regarding that particular Eikaiwa, so.
Oh.
Trying to see if we can add to the fire there. But.
Well, Victor's seen the whole Eikaiwa history pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much my countrymen who destroyed the whole world for him.
Yes, you're like the Mexicans.
They took our
They made it undercut everybody.
We don't give a shit, man. We just, you know, honestly, we can sleep in a cardboard box in a park, and, you know, that's right. We don't care.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm sorry.
Let's find out about Christina's YouTube history.
Yeah.
Before you came, did you watch anyone, or how did you get into this?
I watched everyone. I've been like looking at like J vloggers for like years, like ever since I was in high school. I really liked Radri and like Beta Max PC.
Wow, Radri.
Yeah, it was like great. And then like through Radri, I found out about Victor, and then through Victor, I found out about Hikosaemon and like all the other channels, and now like people like Charla and like Strawberry Mochi and Amadofu and Rachel and June, of course. Like I look at like all of the channels, I feel.
So what is it with? It is kind of interesting to me how like you're even connected. You've met Kelly and Amadofu and those guys, right?
Yeah. So
it's kind of funny. It's like there's this huge support, you know, counseling network for all the people who are like so sad that they're not in Tokyo. You guys are very good at connecting outside of Tokyo, aren't you? Yeah, I'm always impressed by that.
You're not even in the same city, the three of you. How did you become friends?
Yeah.
At first, me and Chris Amadofu, we both lived in Kansai, and so we could hang out easily. Then he moved away, and I'm so upset about that.
What a jerk. So inconsiderate.
I know! And then...
we were going to have him on the show, but no, I don't know.
He's just upgrading.
But then Kelly, she contacted me, like, one day, like, on YouTube, and she's like, oh, I like you. I'm like, I like you too. And then we hung out. And it was
that's a lie. That's a lie. She's just commented. She says that she loves you.
I love her more. She's the best. I love that girl. I love you, Kelly.
This is like one of those freaky mangas. Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just make it creepier, yeah.
So yeah, and Amadolfo as well though. You've done videos with him, like.
Yeah.
How did you meet up?
We lived both in like Kansai, and we worked for like the same company.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had mutual friends, and like I think I met him like when we were all going out for karaoke. I'm like, oh,
you actually met him in person. Cool.
Yeah. So it was nice, and I really, really fell in love with Chris, and we had so much fun together. But then he moved away.
Mm-hmm.
But no shade, no shade, no shade.
We're gonna have him on the show. I hope so.
I can't wait for that.
He's cool. Good videos too. Hey, I want to ask you some quick technical questions about your videos. Your videos are so bright, colorful. What camera are you using?
I'm using a Canon T3i. Recently, I found out how to fix the brightness setting, and like I put it up super high, so it makes everything look a lot better. But
Yeah, no, your thumbnails are also bright, and in any video you have, it's just the lighting is so good. I was wondering, you don't have like lights in your room?
No, I use all natural light.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's the exposure setting. You've just got the aperture all the way open. You found that sitting on the camera to make it look brighter, right?
And with my videos, I usually saturate it to make the colors pop, but I don't do it too much because then like the reds, they kind of like radiate, you know?
I know Canons do that as well, although Sony's are even worse actually. But yeah, I know what you mean with the reds. But okay, so you do that in post. So you, by the way, you use
I use Final Cut Pro to edit.
Sorry?
Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro to edit.
So and you do the saturation in Final Cut Pro, not in the camera, right?
Not on the camera.
Yeah.
You and Kelly, your editing is so good. It's so just.
I'm really not. I really don't think I'm very good at editing though.
How can you say that?
The poetic, like even in your last video is an excellent example. You have like when you're going to the cafe, you just put cafe and you show the scene for like 6 seconds. That's nice. It's just calm. People don't have the patience anymore for that. And at the end you said evening and
I like it. One of my best friends, Ace, who I've done the series about, what a professional documentary maker's advice for YouTubers is, and he's talking me through like making B-rolls, shoot random other stuff and have shots and edit like this and do this. And I'm listening to it, like, oh yeah, that's what you guys do. And it's all, for me, this is a complete epiphany. And you're just doing it all from your first video naturally. And the other thing is that, sure, a 3-minute video you'd assume is easier than a 10-minute video. But of course, anyone who makes video knows. Anyone who makes video knows that actually a 10-minute video is easy because you just don't edit anything. But actually getting 10 minutes into like 3 minutes.
Hey, try a 55-minute video.
Well, or try making a 55-minute video into a 3-minute video.
Yeah.
Well, you know the pain, and I know, Victor, you know the pain. I mean, it's one of the worst things, especially when you get it to 15 minutes down to 15 minutes, and then you just don't want to cut anything anymore. But you got to get it down to 5, or else people might not watch it.
All her videos are like, there must be an average of 3 minutes.
Yeah, they're pretty short. Like my longest ones were my longest one was the Being Black in Japan one.
Yeah, 13 and 53 minutes.
Yeah, and then I had another one where I did like a Japanese fashion haul, and that was maybe like 8 minutes. But I don't like making long videos because I don't like editing for a long time.
But wait a minute, in my experience, making short videos takes longer to edit, personally.
For me, I've started to change like how I edit things. If you notice in my videos, I try to make like the first 10 seconds the funnest part of it. Like I have a lot of clips in that part.
Yeah, I've noticed that. They are fun. They are fun.
Because like with me, whenever I look at videos, I decide whether or not I'm gonna look at a video like within like the first 10 or 30 seconds. So I try to make that part really, really interesting, and then I just don't edit as much to that degree for like the rest of the video, if that makes any sense.
It does. It does.
But I get kind of lazy.
You are not lazy. Well, the other thing was it's not just the cuts and the fact that you've edited it so tightly is impressive to me for one thing. But the other thing that impresses me, and you and Kemushi-chan, Loretta, are doing the same sort of thing.
Her videos are great.
Her is so good.
Her on-screen like titles and stuff, like she spends a lot of time making really nice looking like information all over her videos. Which again, I always think I should do that, and then I just think, nah, screw it. But you I mean, it looks nice. I don't know if it's like if it's a Final Cut Pro thing that makes it easy to do if it's like that. But
I don't think she uses Final Cut Pro, Loretta.
Really? Does she use Adobe?
I think she uses Adobe, but I'm not sure. I think I asked her once, and I remember thinking, I don't have that, so forget it. I can't do that. I don't know what she's using.
You guys both use Final Cut?
Yeah.
What I've been doing is you can actually download plugins for your videos that make it more interesting. Like in my learning Japanese video, I had like screws or whatever come up on the screen, and that was like a plugin.
Yeah. Okay. And I've actually been doing the same thing. I've downloaded for my birthday. I got myself 2 plugins for After Effects for titles. And but you know what? Part of the reason I did that was I felt completely inadequate after watching your videos.
No.
They're good. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's something. But what's impressive to me is, so when I started video blogging, well, when Victor started, there was nobody to watch, right? You were the original video making guys, or you were in that kind of thing, and it was just other guys sort of sending messages. And then when I started, there were guys like Victor and a couple of kind of big channels to watch, and I would try to imitate them. But even then, there's still so much to figure out, and it's progressed so much. You're saying, and you said this to me before as well, that you picked up everything that you do pretty much by mimicking, right?
Yeah.
So you go like you said with the tight edit in the beginning and the styles and everything. But in a way, that's like the whole evolution of YouTube. You've come in and you've just learned everything that everyone has learned on YouTube and just started off from the very top end of it just by mimicking, which is so annoying to me. It's like, but it's not just you that's doing it. And this is another thing I want to talk about tonight. There are a bunch of channels like yours that are, I mean, you mentioned Amadolfu actually. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of people who are just coming out, and it's just like, where did these people come from, and how come they're making better videos than everybody like instantly? I mean, I think the first thing I asked you was like, did you study like production, or have you been making another channel all this time?
I don't know why. But no, I've always been interested in art, but I never studied like anything that has to do with editing at all. No, I don't think editing is very hard, to be honest. I just think it's time consuming.
Well, that's true.
Really time consuming.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
By the way, 3 Old Dudes mentions, sorry, some people are talking about YouTube at the moment, who I've noticed has gotten back to being active.
He's been dead for like years.
Yes, but he's come back. They the adrenaline shot to the heart. He's awesome, and yes, we will definitely get him on. There's so many awesome people around lately, but I don't know. I mean, so for you at the moment, and particularly not so much the older channels like us, forget about us, but like for the kind of newer, fresher channels on YouTube, what do you think are the good channels that are worth watching lately?
Of course, I'm really partial to Kelly Strawberry Mochi and Chris from Almadofu.
Yeah.
But there's another girl that I really like. Her name's Oshade Girl, and she does like fashion videos.
Oshade Girl?
I just heard about her, yeah. Kelly sent me her link.
I really like her, and like she has a great personality, and I love her so much. Other people that I like, there's a guy, he lives in Nagoya. His name is Asian Travel Guy.
I picked this up recently.
Really well too.
Never heard of him.
Asian Travel Guy. Yeah, I think you told me about
him. He does a video with Pickles the Gaijin, and you can probably, but he edits really well, and he also doesn't have any experience too. Who else do I like?
Looking it up right now. Asian Travel Guy. Okay.
He's really good. Let's see. Mel. I met a girl named Mel who at the Kansai meetup last week. It's Nippon Culture Quest.
Yeah.
I think that's her channel name.
I know. Yeah, I know about her. Yes, she makes good videos as well.
Right. I also like Emily's vlog channel.
Yeah.
And there's another girl. She's already kind of popular, but her name is Taylor R. She's like a model that lives in Tokyo. And she also did some videos with Charlotte too, but she does like really cute vlogs, and she's really pretty, so she's fun to look at.
I'm searching while you talk. Taylor R. Oh, there we go, Taylor R. She's got like a big face mask on the one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see. Wow, she's got 112,000 subscribers already.
Wow.
You know what? I've seen
Never
her.
heard of her. That's amazing.
I just subscribed to her. I have seen her in the YouTube space. I was too intimidated by her good looks to say hello, but yes.
She's not a real human being.
For like magazines too. Huh? I'm
She's
sorry.
so cute. She looks fake.
She's so pretty. She's so pretty. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it's not exactly my thing, but she is very good looking.
Hiko, you're not gonna believe this, but I don't remember the girl that used to stare into the camera the whole time. Remember?
Maggie Bone.
Maggie Bond. She looks like a cute Maggie Bond. Right? Am I right?
Well,
she's a lot cuter than Maggie Bond, I think.
I think so. Well, you know, the fact is, I can see even some thumbnails where she's got her mouth open and they're fine. So no, she's doing much better than Maggie Bond. But yeah, Maggie Bond was lovely.
She would have to catch up to Maggie Bond. I don't know. Maggie Bond was huge in her day. So
I don't get why.
She has caught up. She's got 112,000 subscribers. Maggie Bond
got 5 million views. Maggie Bond got 5 million views per video.
Why? Why?
Maggie Bond is much bigger, still, even now.
There wasn't much to watch nowadays. Honestly, it was either Victor, me,
Maggie
or Maggie
Bond has 127,000 subscribers, 108 million views.
Oh, she just stared at the camera. Stuff like that, like, hurts me so much because I try, like, to make my videos so nice, but if some people just stare into the camera, they can become famous. I'm like, ugh.
But she was the first to do it. It's all about being first. Anyone can do anything.
And remember, Maggie Bond was making these videos in like 1984, and there was like, there was her, there were like 2 cats. There was Victor. I mean, what would you watch, honestly, if you had nothing, if you had no choice?
I know. I would watch her too. I mean, come on.
And this is why cats were the most popular. But you know, she came in after that, and she's come. Look, she came to Japan. She's lovely, and honestly, I would not.
Nice person, yeah.
And she, the kind of weird stuff that she had to put up with.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, again, in the old days, especially like in Japan, when it was everyone, there was nothing else to focus on. I wonder, you know what she's doing? Has anyone heard anything about what's happening with Maggie Bond in the last?
She did like a grave, like DVD video or whatever, but after that,
I don't think she ever did that.
You sure?
That was Emily.
Oh yeah, she did do that.
I don't think Maggie Bond ever did that. Emily did that.
What's happening with Emily as well? Last I heard, she was kind of on tour with a band, and that was like 5 years ago.
I heard the rumor is that some company sponsor was agreed to sponsor her if she goes back to America and pursues her career, and that's the last I heard.
Okay.
Hikosaemon was one of the last people to talk to her in Japan.
Yeah, it's
like a week before she left. That was years ago.
I mean, she was super talented, and she was actually
very talented. She could have been on top of the whole pile right now. Yeah.
I think so. I mean, and she was talented like in every way. She was talented in terms of like, her singing and everything as well. Her editing, I mean, her Pikachu pun, like, again, that was something. When everyone was making webcam videos, I mean, she was making, you know, good quality videos with the webcam type stuff.
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
So I don't know. She was just intuitively just really good at this stuff. So Christina, when you say that you are mimicking the channels to come up with the style and the approach that you're using for making videos, well, what are you mimicking? What are you watching? Because I want to start watching them and mimicking them too.
I look at like a lot of like fashion like YouTubers. Like I really like Clothes Encounter and this girl named I Am Karen O. Like their editing is like so good and so tight and so like interesting and fun, and it's just like I want it on that level. Those are like my 2 like favorites that I can think of right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I Am Karen O. That's her name.
Yeah, I Am Karen O.
So there was this big Michelle fan, what's it called, the beauty something competition thing. The next beauty vlogger challenge thing, kind of an American Idol for beauty vloggers, which apparently has been
big. 500,000 subscribers. Never heard of her.
Her editing is like really good, and she also went to that thing with Michelle Fan too.
She's Korean.
She's from Hong Kong, but she lives in America.
Okay.
She was just in Japan for the Michelle Phan thingy.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, and that went so well as well. So I'm hearing rumors that there might be some more things like that for different sort of genres. But the beauty thing is so big, and geez, if people are again. As fashionable as I try to remain, I mean, I change my shirts almost every single day. I try to keep up, but at the same time, I guess I looked at when Michelle Phan and when the first kind of beauty vloggers came out. Sasaki Asahi, for example, I mean,
she's amazing.
I'd watch a couple, and they're good and nice, but it's not really my bag. So I must admit, I kind of looked away for a couple of years. And they are, like, now, one, there's so many of them, and I guess there's a lot of competition. I guess there's also a lot of sponsorship and a lot of, stuff happening in the background. So there's a lot of factors just really driving the quality up.
Huge sponsorship, yeah.
Well, that's the thing with that beauty challenge thing as well. I mean, the sponsorship and the product placement and supply and everything going along with that as well. I mean,
it's got to get into that, Hiko. We got to change our channel.
I gotta do makeup.
2.5 guys wearing makeup. That's what we should call it.
Gotta do wig reviews. I'm trying to get like a wig like contact.
Yeah, I've been trying to get like a wig contact too. Seriously,
You'd be the perfect person for it. Every week you wear a different wig.
Every week I could wear like a cool hairstyle, and I could at the end, if you want my hairstyle, you just have to buy it from this.
Yeah, pat that wig, Hiko. Yeah, pat that wig too.
No, that would be. I don't know. I have to find something that I have that has an economic purpose to it.
But I'm sorry to suddenly put a downer on this, but we're always often accused of being Japanophiles or Japan haters. Mm-hmm. And the first half of this video we've been so positive. I think it's only fair that we be a little bit negative.
Negative.
Yeah.
Apparently, negativity really sells. I've noticed in a lot of videos, but no,
Victor.
Not to be negative, but Christina, tell us about some interesting story that you've had or interesting experiences you've had here.
Yeah.
Either as a black person or as a woman or as a foreigner, whatever you think would be most interesting. But
for like
that comes from you, something that just happened because of you.
I've had really good experiences for the most part. All of my negative experiences I just lump into my ex, like Eikaiwa, which I detest.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been like, and if you looked at my Black in Japan video, you saw how like I get treated like really well for the most part. Like I remember when I was a ryugakusei, people would like offer me like free food and like free things whenever I would go out with my friends and stuff, which was quite fun. But for negative stuff, it's like my Eikaiwa was horrible. I didn't like it at all. The people were terrible. Like one day, like we all had to get health exams, and so like one of the Japanese teachers went with my other foreign teacher because he couldn't really speak Japanese, and so they come back together, and so like she's carrying this piece of paper and she's like, look at this, and on the paper it says that someone had blood in their urine, and we're like, is that yours? And she's like, no, it's his. And I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, you would get sued for that. Like, what is wrong with you?
Really?
Yes. I was so... Ugh. That's one of the many reasons why I stopped working for my old company.
It's a special day that I wake up without blood in my urine. So.
Man, health checkups for me were such a mind thing because I didn't understand anything that they were telling. I was like the only Gaijin going because I was in Japanese companies, and I still remember, they're using all the proper medical terms. I use slang for like every body part and every bodily function. Because I dated people and so on, so I use whatever if you learned all your medical knowledge from like Easy Girls and porn films, that was where my Japanese vocab was at. So when I went to a medical institution and they gave me a white cup and told me to go away and get them a sample, I was like, I don't know what to do.
Should I masturbate into this cup? Should I urinate into this cup? Should I circumcise myself into this cup?
Both.
I mean, I cover all the bases. I seriously, I didn't know what to do.
And that's how Hiko became Jewish.
Oh my God.
Trying to cover all your bases, aren't you? So yeah, but no, so they actually would come and they gave them the odd medical results of somebody else at that Eikaiwa Well,
Yeah,
that sounds very
it's like the woman went with him to like translate and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, I was like, I don't trust no bitch here. Like the first week I was there, like they were talking shit about my coworker in Japanese, and I was like, I can understand you, but they continue to talk shit, and it pissed me off so much.
Wow.
I'm so sorry for cursing.
I like it. I like this side of you, actually. I find it exciting. It's actually kind of different because your videos, I estimate, your videos are.
So they knew you spoke Japanese.
They knew I spoke Japanese, but I don't think they knew how well I could understand because my grammar is really poor. But I can understand a lot more than people think I can. And so they would just constantly shit talk. And I was like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I wonder what you say when I'm not around.
Right.
And so, like, but when my manager would talk to me, she would talk to me like I was like an idiot. She would be like, これは携帯ですみたいな感じ. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm not stupid. I'm so sorry.
But you know what? Okay, so when I did Eikaiwa, which is a long time ago, I had a Japanese girlfriend, and we lived together in New Zealand for a couple of years, right? So 4 years actually at that point. So I came to Japan. I'm teaching English, but the thing is with teaching English, again, I only did it for like a few months. But you know, it does.
Did you work for Winby by any chance?
No, not Windy. I worked for Wednesday in Kichijoji, which I think still exists actually. And they're a great eikaiwa. If you're in Kichijoji, I'll go to them. They're lovely people actually. Apart from the one time I got diarrhea, which I did a video about with Unrested, telling the story. It's a good eikaiwa diarrhea story, but I digress.
Did you do the anime about that?
Yeah, he did the manga thing for it.
That was really cool.
It was a manga about my diarrhea. It was awesome. But yeah, you spend all day speaking. Well, for me, I had to do it on two levels because one, I had to not speak like a New Zealander because no one would understand me, so I had to kind of say everything more clearly.
Did you fake an American accent?
No. Because no, I would not sell my soul, but you know, I would try to accommodate. Well, yeah, you accommodate. So, but the point is, I'm mumbly and I have poor pronunciation and I'm fast. This is me being super clear by New Zealand standards. New Zealand's just like a really mumbly kind of, you know, what are those mountains? The kind of, you know, Appalachian kind of, you know, it's kind of an Appalachian accent basically for all intents and purposes. So. And an eikaiwa.
Kind of family tree, I think, probably.
Yeah. So I'm speaking really slowly and really clearly and really easily all day. Literally, like, you know, this is a pen, and I'm trying really hard because the moment I even slip for a second, everyone's looking at me like, you know, and I have to go back into speaking like stupid. And you do that all day, and you get really tired by the end of the day. It's not easy to just flip modes again when you're getting used to it. So I would go home. And I'm still in eikaiwa mode. I'd see my girlfriend and I'd say, hey, how was your day? And my girlfriend would say, I'm not one of your fucking students.
But no, this woman, she would go like from speaking like normally to like her friends, then slowing like and dumbing down everything to talk to me. I'm like, it's obvious what you're doing. I went to university for this. Like, oh, it would piss me off.
You should have said it really quickly, like, 何言ってるの? 全然わかりません. もうちょっとゆっくり話してください.
I should have done that. But it's like you can't do that to like your boss, you know? So, I don't know, she's a cunt.
I'm sorry, did I hear that right? Well, that's good.
That's something only a woman can say. But.
Oh, I don't feel like that's a bad word. I'm sorry if I offended anyone.
Oh, no.
I was kind of excited by it, but yes.
Actually, no, you can get it. It's completely, no, it's for a woman to say that, it's like saying she's a bitch or something. But for a man to say that, it's like, yeah.
When I was in Spain and they like say that, like, you know, how's it going? Like with the Spanish word for that, coño.
Oh, my God.
Man, I because in New Zealand, that's if a guy says that word to you, you have to start a fight or walk out. You know, it's like that's like the fighting word. So when I have Spanish people being friendly to me, calling me a cunt, I'm like, you know, I'm confused. What am I? I'll punch you in the face, but you give me a cigarette, okay? You know,
it depends on the country. In Mexico, I think it's a bad word. In Peru, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, not fine, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
No, actually, in Peru, it's okay. But it depends on the country.
But coming back, so one thing that interested me about your Black in Japan video, and this was true actually of the Rachel video, which unfortunately for you in some ways, the Rachel video, which is like awesome, it came out like what 2 days after your video.
So many mixed feelings about that video.
Really? Well, I'm interested to hear about that.
Like, it came out like 2 days after mine. It's like all the traffic like went to their video, and I was like, oh, but it's for a good reason. But still.
Right. So that's the thing. I mean, and what again? When I saw your video, one, it was awesome. Two, the style, the shooting, the quality, everything about it. It was almost like you could have like added it as an extra chapter on that other video, which was equally awesome. You know, done in with different people in a slightly different way, but it was quite compatible, I thought, as well. But I immediately went, oh my god, that's so unfair that that video came out and yours was like never discovered as a result, because I could see you also put a lot of thought and effort into that video. In fact, just before the show tonight, I believe Baya McNeil caught it.
Yeah, he sent me a message. He's so nice.
He's awesome, and I knew he would dig it actually. In fact, I'm sure I sent it to him earlier actually. But yes, anyway, he's. But I actually found that discussion interesting as well. From the perspective, one, your positive predisposition comes across very strongly in the video, and your friend actually acts as a nice sort of contrast or kind of an offset. You know, it wouldn't be an interesting video if you were just like, yeah, what she said, totally. You know, that wouldn't have been a good video. So that was kind of interesting. There was one thing which kind of came across, which is interesting. As a fan of Spike Lee films, he talks about the theme a lot in American, and again, I only know this from sitting in New Zealand watching, you know, movies about black people in America, about the light skin versus dark skin experience. But the experience of this, like within like university sororities and stuff like that, you know, he's got a whole movie based on the Do the Right Thing, right? And you know, and it's an interesting topic, and it's kind of funny. Like you're surprised that people think you're more exotic, like you might be, you know, South American, or you know, you talked about having those sort of questions. And do you think? I mean, from the people I know, they do mention being black in Japan. It's not so much that you're even black; it's just that you're a foreigner first, and then people are kind of interested in what type of foreigner maybe. But it's kind of different, right? But I don't know. How does it all fit together? Is that how you kind of feel? Do you feel like the identity thing is more as an American, or is it as a foreigner, or is it as a black person, or is it, you know? And is it? Why do you think your experience is so different to your friends in that video?
It's really interesting because like even when I was in America, people never like knew what race I was, and I would always get asked like, "What am I mixed with?" But I'm not mixed with anything except for black and black. But
I'm the same. I'm mixed with white and some more white.
But nobody's not mixed. I mean, everyone's mixed with something. I mean, there's.
Well, if you go really back, I'm like Italian and Irish,
well,
and black. But I'm mostly black, you know.
Yeah.
But when I'm in Japan, I feel like I get treated more as like a foreigner before I'm as like a black foreigner. Like there are a lot of things that I don't have to put up with in Japan that I do like when I'm in America. Like I don't mind asking cops for directions in Japan, but I avoid them when I'm in America. I used to get pulled over so much.
Is America really that bad though, that you can't even ask cops? That you feel nervous asking cops for directions, or like you're getting hassled or something, or
I wouldn't. Like I've only asked a cop directions once when I was in America, and he didn't even talk to me. He just like pointed like in the correct direction. I'm like, I can't. And I was so nice to him. I was like, excuse me, can you tell me where blah 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 is? And he's like okay. But in Japan, people are like really nice to me. Like I don't get like followed in stores or anything.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. And I don't know. I really feel like I get treated like as a foreigner, which is nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I got treated a bit differently, I guess, when I used to straighten my hair.
Yeah.
Like, when I first came here, my hair was always straight, and people would like think I was like maybe Indian and stuff, or like mixed with something else, or like I was half Japanese or something, which I don't get at all.
Yeah.
But when I wear my hair naturally and curly, I get more like, oh, okay, you are black and stuff like that. But sometimes people think I'm African. But most of the time, people just assume like I'm American, I think.
Yeah, I definitely would assume you are American.
Don't be so insulting, Hiko.
I love being American. I love being from Texas.
No, but Hiko doesn't mean it as a compliment.
Well, no, I don't mean it as a non-compliment either. I mean, no, it's just a fact.
I'm just ribbing you. Just like I call all New Zealanders Mexicans.
Yeah, of Australia.
The Mexicans of Australia.
Right. But yeah. I remember when I started working in American companies here, and there's people. I think there is a thing, more so for Americans, because America is so big. It's got so many people. It's got so much influence over the rest of the world. I think it's natural for Americans when they first go out into other countries to assume that the same things that are true in America apply elsewhere, including things about identity, including things about assumptions about the way people identify others and so on. And I remember the guy who started the same day as me at a law firm in Tokyo, at an American law firm, and the office next to me was a black guy, great guy. And I remember he was like, the first day we were talking about him, he was talking to me, he's like, I'm really wondering, if there are any other people, black people who are going to be, there was no other black guys in the office. And he was like, I really want to meet some other black guys. So I have some people who have some, I think he used the word cultural similarity with. I was like, dude, everything I've seen and heard from you so far just says that you're American like all the other people here. Which, from my eyes as well, I mean, maybe within Americans there are things that differentiate yourself within the neighborhoods or whatever, within the cities, within, where you come from. But when you come to Japan, the biggest thing for me actually is how Kiwis and Aussies, I mean, this is like West Side Story, like wrong side of the tracks, never supposed to be together people. We all come to Japan, and as much as we spend all this time saying that, no, we're not Australians, our flag is slightly different, we have some red in the stars, we come here, and all of a sudden we see the Americans and the Canadians, and we're like, hey, maybe you guys aren't so bad, we'll hang out with you. But I don't know, it's just natural that when we get out of our world where we came from, all of a sudden you start to realize that the whole ideas of how you identify and how you really, it's kind of like, it's nice. It puts you outside of those things that it causes you to reevaluate, which is kind of cool as well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So
what I really liked about moving here, it's it gave you a whole different world perspective,
Yeah.
And it's you got to see what other people thought of your own country, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that, and almost every time I go out drinking, I always meet a European person. It's like, oh, you're from America? Oh, horrible country, horrible president. I'm like, I just met you.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what, and Victor, no offense, but the South Americans are real dicks about this as well. Especially if you say you're American. I know people who just go off if you just say that you're American. South
Americans are the biggest dicks about that. That is the stupidest thing. And every South American I hear, I just want to punch him in the face for that. That's the stupidest.
Punch yourself in the face, Victor.
I don't say that. Nobody ever mistakes. If anyone says they're American, nobody ever thinks, oh, what kind of American? Everyone knows exactly that you mean USA.
But frankly, the people who are doing that to you are the same noobs. They're showing their noobishness themselves, because even European person who thinks that they're more cultured or more educated or whatever, they assume they're every American. Well, these people, if you spend seriously more than 1 week outside of Europe and you actually meet a dozen Americans, you're going to meet educated, normal, you all those stereotypes that Europeans have about, Americans that are being ignorant or about...
Those stereotypes are correct, but those Americans never leave the country. No, they never leave the country. 50% of Americans don't even have passports.
Oh, but the problem is the air tickets keep getting cheaper and cheaper, and the trailer parks, they figure out that they can go on.
You still need a passport.
Well, yeah. So that but apparently,
what's amazing though is in the last 25 years, the amount of people who've gotten passports has tripled. It used to be 20%. Now it's 50%. So isn't that amazing that there was a time when only 20% of Americans had passports?
I have a lot of very limited American friends who blame that for a lot of negative perceptions of America, but it's true of everywhere. I mean, think in Europe, the people who can just drive across, and everyone has stag parties in Poland. I mean, I can't imagine what they think of the UK now. The world is getting closer. I think that's ultimately a good thing. And these stereotypes, the negative stereotypes, everyone's tribal by nature. You look at everyone around you and you think, how am I different to everyone around me? And that's my identity. And what I love about coming to a place like Japan is that it takes you outside of that bubble that some people never get out of their whole lives. And you kind of realize, oh my God, all the stuff which I just accepted as just being the truth. That, I'm in the bald person tribe, and, all non-bald people are just idiots. And I come here and I discover that there are people with hair who are kind of cool. And, I'm like, wow. It makes you go, it makes you reevaluate all the things which you accept as a given in your life before you come here. I like how Japan can make you reevaluate, and I think that's something it's healthy to do. You know, I mean, hanging out with, like, you know, Puerto Ricans and so on before, I never, you know, would have done that, Victor.
I would never hang out with a Puerto Rican. Yeah. I have relatives in my family who are Puerto Rican. I would just never hang out with them.
They talk so fast and they swear so much.
They don't even speak Spanish. I don't know what the hell they're saying half the time.
By the way, oh, you're back, Christina. You were looking frozen for a minute there.
Oh, really?
We have questions from the audience that we should.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I haven't been able to look at the comments because my computer will freeze, I think.
Okay, well, Amadolfo is asking you a lot of sexual questions. Example, why is my bed so cold when you're not here?
I know.
Then this question, I don't know what it means. How many licks? I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's those.
Megan's got a good one. Christina, who are the YouTubers you dream of doing collabs with, other than Victor and myself?
You guys from the J-blogging community.
Or anyone.
Anybody.
I really like I said earlier, I really like I Am Karen O. I really want to do, even though I did collabs with them already, I want to do more with Kelly and Chris. I want to
be realistic. Kelly's not gonna do a collab with you anymore. She's just getting too big. Be realistic. Who's possible here?
Let's see. I really like Charla and Rachel and June, but I don't think I'll be able to collab with them anytime soon. I don't even think they watch me. Let's see. But yeah, I guess the ones I just mentioned. And you guys, if I could do like another one, like a live action one. I really want to go to the Hanami this year and like meet people in the community.
Bad news for you that there is not going to be a Hanami this year anymore.
Really?
Well, because it happens in March. It's next year.
Oh.
Unless you can change the weather, you're a weather witch. Hey, Hiko and I should point out something really quickly. The Puerto Rican joke. For me, I can get away with that because my sister's husband's Puerto Rican, and I always tease him. We tease each other. So that's a family joke. With it. And Hiko just teases me because he doesn't know anything about Latin culture. So he thinks
I actually do. I actually majored in Spanish, and I actually spent my time in South America. But
él habla español muy bien y todo eso.
Yo he olvidado todo, pero para mí es muy interesante. But I can't. Yeah, the problem is that no, I like to just mock Victor by constantly misidentifying his Spanish nature.
I tease him for being actually I tease him for being what he is, a New Zealander.
Yeah, well, it's not hard to do.
Okay, what are some other questions for you? Who else would you like to collab with? We did that one. There was some weird sexual jokes from Amadolfo, which we're not going to ask you.
Tell me all of them. I love him.
Oh, tell us about your Japanese language ability and how you got to where you are, etc. How good are you, and how did you get this? How did you get this good?
This is known, by the way, among foreigners as the foreign schlong test. I'm not assuming anything, but this is
like we can still be friends or not. I'm kidding.
How good is your Japanese?
I mean, people are interested. People always ask this question. They want to know. They want to be inspired by. I'm sure they'll be inspired by you. So inspire some people.
I guess if you do it in terms of the JLPT test, I'm probably like N2 or N1. I really want to take N1 or N2 next year. But when I take it, I want it to be like, I want the test to be kind of easy for me, you know? But I feel like I need to study a lot more. And since I've been working, I work 6 days a week, so I can't study as much as I want to.
Yeah.
But I'm best at listening. Even in like English, I'm best at listening, and then maybe is like kanji. I'm worst at grammar. Like my stuff is like all over the place. But it needs to be better. Like when it comes to like normal talking to people, like normal conversations, it's fine. But like
recently, you've been here a total of 2 years, and you're conversational. You're very conversational.
Yeah.
Okay. You have the right personality to be good. I can tell you're a talker, as are us, but I think that helps, actually, having that instinct of wanting to talk. It motivates you to learn to speak.
When I was like a university student, I would just like go to like Nomi Hodais and get drunk and just talk to people. And I love so much because you got like liquid confidence. It's like, I'm going to make so many friends. But,
liquid courage, yes.
Liquid confidence. I like liquid confidence. Yeah.
Well, the Red Badge of Courage coined that expression. But, anyway.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like technical things, like I moved from Kobe to Kyoto, and like when I had to like my realtor business, that was difficult because there's so many terms that are like really technical and like terms that we don't really do like in America. That was kind of hard for me to do by myself. But
you did it by yourself.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's impressive.
Yeah. So I did that, but I need to get a lot better. Like, I want to be really, really super, super duper fluent, and I'm not, and I hate that.
That's good. That's a good way to be. That is a self-motivating situation. You know, the hard part is actually when you get the N1 certificate, and it's like, I don't have to use my brain anymore. It's like it's all done.
Hector Des noticed that you opened your channel 3 years ago, but your first video is only 11 months old. I'm assuming you just made the channel and didn't do anything with it for a year and a half.
Yeah, I think I just used to like comment on it, comment on videos every now and then maybe. Yeah. Or no, like with some videos, it's like you need to be 18 or older to look at them, like for some music videos. And so I could have made it for that too.
You like to watch our 18 videos on YouTube then?
It's all the Nicki Minaj videos. I can't keep away from them.
Yeah, yeah. So Hector Des, that's pretty common. A lot of people who have channels that don't have any videos on them that are really old. So as soon as you upload your first video, that's
I uploaded my very first video when I did Ryugaku in Kyoto, and it was crap. So I deleted it like last year, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that.
It's gone.
First video, you gotta leave your first video. My first video is horrible, but I leave it up.
Your first video, yeah. What I see also is your first video was too good to be a first video, and I thought this is suspicious.
I can't stand my first video, and I can't stand my Valentine's Day in Japan video.
No, that's a good video.
It wasn't so bad.
I was impressed at how succinct that was. My video was too long. I've done
all your videos are too long, Victor. All of them.
All my videos are too long. Yeah.
They start for like 30 seconds. I'm saying, hurry up and finish.
That's what my wife says. Put on bump. Okay.
God.
It was there. I had to use it.
Awkward silence. So, no, you always have to have your crappy. Wait 2 years, and then just very quietly, without telling anyone, just turn that crappy first video back on because.
No, I deleted it. Like I deleted it.
Well, that's a shame.
I know.
Yeah. Well, that happens. It happens. But no, as a result, your quality is all consistently very good.
I want to be better.
Ron in Japan has a question. Do you plan on teaching or living in any other countries? And if so, where?
I'm probably gonna stay in stay in Japan for like, probably until like I have kids, and then maybe I'll try to move to America for maybe a few years because I want them to get both cultures. I want them to speak Japanese and English both very, very fluently.
Yeah.
I want them to be in Japan long enough so they can learn kanji, but I also want them to have like the American experience, like real Christmas and like real Halloween and whatnot, you know? And like
prom and stuff. A Christmas tree today was $100, 9,700 yen, and it's this tall.
What is that?
What? I'm not gonna. That's just crazy.
That's worse than the red cups at Starbucks. My gosh, it's an attack on Christianity.
I really hope you're joking. I'm pretty sure.
I am. Oh my gosh.
I'm sure you're joking.
But then again, I am from the Bible Belt.
Well,
you never know.
I was raised with country music, so yeah, let's.
Country music scares me.
We used to go and just randomly chop down Christmas trees and take them home.
Really?
Yeah, it's illegal in New Zealand, but we used to.
Or illegal?
Yeah, it's illegal to chop down trees on government on the state highway, but everyone would do it. In the army towns where we were, there were lots of pine forests, so you could just go chop down the baby ones.
So you're saying you have laws in New Zealand?
A couple, just only relating to trees and sheep.
But sheep, it's all a free for all with the sheep.
Not exactly. There are some rules, but you know they're. I won't go into them here. Look, it's really this has been a fun show.
Hold on. Well, just before we wrap up, Christina, where are you again? What city are you in?
Kyoto.
She said Kyoto.
So no, because she said Kobe and Osaka and all that. Got confused. Okay. So I want to do a collab with Christina. I challenge Hiko. Who's the first person who can do a collab with Christina?
Okay.
I'm throwing down here. Look here. I'm throwing down my rubber glove.
Throw it down.
Why do I have rubber gloves?
I'm throwing down my Star Wars shirt. There it goes. It's going down. I'm that guy in the middle of the picture there.
Hiko, I'm putting on my rubber glove.
Yeah, I don't want to go near that thing. I don't know. I don't know where it's been.
What would you do without me and my rubber glove? Let me tell you. There we go.
Would you seriously want to collab with that guy right now? So
I wanted to tell you, like a couple of years ago, this is really random, I just remember, but a couple of years ago, you did a video about a girl who was a self-hating half girl.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I went to university with her.
Really?
And so I was like, oh shit, I gotta tell everyone about this.
She emailed me and she was like, "Thank you, and I've changed now. Things are different." And I was like, "I'll take my video down if you like." She said, "No, leave it up." She goes, "I want people to see how I was then." And she was completely cool about it. Yeah.
That's good.
I'm trying to remember this. This rings a bell. She was like a temple or something, right?
No, she went to the same uni as me. She went to Kyoto Gaidai as well.
Well, this is like a blog or something.
No. That was you're thinking of the trans ethnic girl. Who's insane.
Who's the self-hating
girl who actually made a video that said she hated herself and she thought she was disgusting and ugly because she was half.
Yeah.
And she wished she'd never.
I'm glad she's past it.
I remember seeing that video. I was like, oh shit, it's Karen. That was so interesting.
But she was really cool. She emailed me. She said, I told her I'd take it down. I said, I'll be happy to take it down if it's bothering you. She said, no, leave it up. I want people to see how I was.
That's good.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, growth.
Small world.
I can't imagine these people who grow up in the world like as kids. Like I had some maturity when Facebook and YouTube and stuff came out and some common sense. But the people who just grow up in the middle of the stuff and they go through all of those awkward life phases with those their internal monologue being public. That's kind of rough. I mean, it's a brave new world, isn't it? But that is what it is. It is awesome to have I'm calling you the poster child, the flag bearer of the third generation, the third wave of YouTubers in Japan. Your channel is kicking ass, and I want you to come and teach me everything. Everyone go and subscribe because she's making videos regularly.
I'm trying to grow my channel.
And
her channel name is Christina in Japan, but
one piece of advice.
But you check the link in the description. Yeah.
Yeah. You should update your thumbnail on your channel.
I completely agree. I completely agree. I don't like your thumbnail. I think you're much prettier than that thumbnail looks.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You got any picture you take be better than that thumbnail.
Okay, I'll try to get a better thumbnail.
But you're doing this. You're like...
Yeah. But even that looks better than your thumbnail. Seriously. Like, yeah, you should update it.
You should use me as your thumbnail.
Okay.
Bro,
really?
Everyone, including me, will unsubscribe.
Oh my God! Everyone unsubs tomorrow. Okay.
So go subscribe to her, and yes, we'll get you back on again soon. But thank you for coming and joining us tonight. It's been lovely having you on.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
Okay, so see ya.
Do you think we should have Amadofu on?
Yes.
Yeah.
You think he's safe? He's been pretty sexual in the comments, and I'm a little worried.
It's always like that because I haven't been around to help him with his urges.
So,
oh my God.
My concern is that he might not be sexual enough for us. Do you think we have a problem there?
No, he'll definitely be awesome. I love him. I love him so much.
Oh, I have a problem though because the next weekend is the 28th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It is indeed.
Well, let me double check this thing. On the 28th, I got a comedy show.
Oh.
I'll be here. I'll make it home, but I'll be drunk.
Well, that would be new. No,
I've never been drunk on a show.
No, you've never been drunk on the show.
Have I ever been sober on a show? Well, one of the others. I can't remember. Well, actually, we can do it next week if he's cool. We actually haven't talked to him formally, but Amadofu, if you're watching,
yeah, he's watching.
Mind being on.
Yeah.
Hiko, you okay with that?
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. If he is sexy enough.
He's so sexy.
Yeah.
I love him. He's my daddy.
If he is your daddy and you say that he is sexy enough, I want him on this show.
I will email him right now. Okay.
Do it.
I'm throwing the gauntlet down to Amadofu to come on the show next week.
I forgot what his name was. Chris? Was it Chris?
Chris or Toph?
Toph. That's it. Toph. Yeah. Okay.
Shubus, I'm sorry you don't like rap. I love rap. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody, and thank you for coming on again. Peace.
Bye, guys. Stay on there, Christina. Don't hang up.
Okay.
Stay on. We'll have a little after wrap up.